boys and girls, we're going to start our new vocabulary for our new story called Brothers at Bat, which is a story about baseball. So I think you'll be very interested in it, which is a very timely story because it is baseball season. So our first word is the word littered. Littered. Everybody say littered.
Littered.
And that's an adjective. And littered, if an area is littered with items, those items are scattered all around the area. So when something is littered, it means items are scattered all around the area. And so here's our example sentence. The room was littered with toys. Littered. So we could say that the aisle is littered with books. If I look down, the area is littered with books. So let me ask you this, boys and girls. If your bedroom is littered with items, you need to clean it, or did you just clean it? What do you think? Juliana? You need to clean it. Very good. Can anybody give me some examples with the word littered in it? What do you think? Anastasia?
The ground is littered, but the trash can is right there.
Yes, that's a good sentence. What do you think, Avery?
The ground has litter of cigarettes.
That's using the word litter. We want to use littered. Very good. Yes, Ivy?
The playground is littered with trash.
Okay, very nice. Juliana?
The ocean has
You can't use the word litter because litter is a noun, and we're using the word litter, which is an adjective. So you're going to have to think on that. Teddy?
The soil is littered with trees.
Oh, the soil is littered with trees. Okay. What do you think, Teddy? Thomas?
The ocean is littered with seashells.
Littered with seashells. Okay. Clark?
The ocean is littered with plastic bags and plastic.
Oh, it's littered with plastic bags and plastic. Very nice. Okay. So we're going to write the, well, I'm going to write the word littered. We already have it. Littered. So we're going to say when items are scattered all around an area. Oops. Okay, so littered. Everybody got that? Okay. Oh, this word. Oh, this word, we had this word last week, or a form of this word. We have the word rivalry. Because we had to remember running rivals last week. Rivalry. So rivalry is a noun, and a rivalry is a competition between teams or people who want to win the same thing. Everybody say rivalry.
Rivalry.
So the players competed in the soccer rivalry between the two teams. Rivalry. Rivalry. So here's an example sentence. When my son played football, there was a big rivalry between Andrean and Griffith. There was a big football rivalry. Okay. So it was huge rivalry between the two teams. So rivalry. So when people have a rivalry, do they work together to achieve a goal? Libby, you're shaking your head. Do they work together to achieve that goal when they have a rivalry?
No.
No, why? Why not?
Because they're on separate teams.
They're on separate teams. Very good. Anastasia,
I was gonna say that.
what else can somebody tell me about a rivalry? Yanni? Look at me. Look this way. What can you tell me about a rivalry? Ethan, help him out. You're his friend. What can you tell me about a rivalry? Can you give me an example of one?
So like if you're on teams, you help each other.
You what?
So like if you're on teams, you help each other.
I still didn't hear you.
So like if you're on teams, you help each other.
You help each other? Oh, not if you have a rivalry, you don't help each other. Olive?
A rivalry is a meet between two players and or teams.
Okay, good. Clark, what do you have to say about a rivalry?
The Bears and the Packers have the biggest rivalry in the NFL.
Yes, the Bears and the Packers have a very intense rivalry. Very good. Kelsey?
Like two teams can have a rivalry because they want to win the same thing.
Yes, they want to win the same thing. Very good. Rivalry. So they're going against each other. So rivalry. So a competition between, so you're definitely not helping each other.
Okay.
Between teams or people who want to win the same thing. You're definitely not helping each other. You are definitely not helping each other. Okay, here's our next word. Our next word is the word disbanded. Disbanded, and that is a verb. Everybody say disbanded. Now we've got a prefix on it. We have the prefix dis, which means not. And so disbanded, if a group is disbanded, its members no longer work together. So is everything okay? Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Disbanded. So, fans were very upset when their favorite musical group disbanded. That's what happened when a group breaks up, like a musical group, and they don't perform together anymore. It means they disbanded. Yes?
Like in office, you get disbanded, like one person can like retire.
Well, I guess you could kind of call it that. but it's more so when a, maybe kind of like that, yes. Juliana?
The band being disbanded.
The band is the Beatles. Who's ever heard of the group The Beatles? They're pretty famous, the Beatles. The Beatles disbanded.
Really? Yes.
So the Beatles disbanded. Yes. Anastasia, do you have something to go with disbanded?
I was once on a soccer team with my brother that we made up, but then I disbanded their soccer team because I got hurt.
Yes, a team can disband. Okay, so disbanded. So if a group is disbanded, do you think it accepts new members? What do you think? Ivy?
No, because they're moving away from each other.
Okay, they're moving away from each other. What do you think, Juliana?
No, because what?
Oh, because what Ivy said. Teddy, what do you think?
Yes, because if they want to keep going, they're gonna need new band members.
They're going to need new band members. What do you think, Anastasia?
No, because when they disband, they break up, and so when you disband, you usually don't accept new members.
Okay, well, let's write disbanded. I'm going to write it, and then we're going to write our definition. Certainly not going to have the original group. Okay? A group whose members no longer work together. Okay, here's our next word. Our next word is the word donated. Donated. Everybody say donated.
Donated.
And that's a verb. Something that is donated is freely given as a gift to a charity, organization, or other group. So here's our example sentence. We donated the clothes that we packed into the box. Donated. So who has donated things? We donated things to families at Christmas time. We donated food at Christmas time. We donated to Goodwill. I donated to AMVETS. They come and they pick up things. Is that funny? Then why are you laughing? You're being silly? Get the sillies out because it's work time. Okay. Who has a sentence can tell me about donated? Yes. Elisa.
My mother donated because she works in Chicago, so she donates every Christmas. She donates stuff to families.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes. Anastasia.
I donated yesterday. I donated things to a garage sale that we're gonna have maybe in the spring or summer.
Okay.
That I don't play with anymore.
Okay. Libby.
I donate some of my old clothes that don't fit me. My mom takes them to Goodwill.
Very nice. You donated those. Juliana.
I donated clothes and shoes that don't fit me anymore to the AMVETS.
Yes. They come to your house and get them. Yes. Yes.
One time, me and my mom and my sister, we donated blankets to the dog shelter.
Oh, very nice. Yes, they need blankets. Yes. Alice.
So, someone who works with my mom has a dog sale every year, and every year we donate the clothes that don't fit us.
Very nice. So here's what we're gonna write, donated. Something, we're gonna say a gift that is freely given to a charity organization or other group. Okay, so that gift can be money or some other type of item. Do I need to move this? There. Okay, now let's go to our next word. Now we have got the word generations. Say generations. Everybody say generations.
Generation.
Thank you, and that's a noun. A generation is all the people in a family, a social group, or a country that are all about the same age. So you boys and girls are a generation because you're all about the same age. So like the 3rd and 4th graders are a generation because you're all around the same age. Probably the 2nd graders, you're all in the same generation because you're all around the same age. You are a generation. So these are 3 generations in one family. Generations. Yes.
My sister and my brother are a generation.
Yes. Yes.
I have a lot of generations.
Yes. In your family you have a lot of generations. Thomas?
My dad and mom are a generation. My mom's 41 and my dad's 20.
Yes, they are the same generation. Yes. Okay. So generations. We gotta put the pedal to the metal here. Generations. So all the people in a family comma social group or country that are about the same age. Yes.
Every time I try to do my work, my mom keeps laughing and
My mouth won't stop laughing.
Well, tell us to stop. Okay, here's our next word. Our next word is the word sword. Everybody say sword.
Sword.
And that's a verb. So if something soared, it flew quickly through the air. Something that soared flew quickly through the air. And here's our example sentence. The eagle soared across the clear blue sky. Like I saw the plane soared through the sky. Oh, and my grandchildren have these stomp rockets, and those stomp rockets soar through the front yard. Does anybody else have these stomp rockets? Those are fun, aren't those stomp rockets?
I used to have one.
They're fun, aren't they? If you don't know what they are, they're these rockets, and you put them on this launcher, and then you take your foot and you stomp on it, and it launches them out. They can go pretty far, can't they, boys and girls? Yeah. They go up high and out. So soar. Does anybody have a sentence with sword in it? Yeah, somebody I haven't heard from. Mikey, do you have a sentence with the word sword? Can you think of anything that's soared? Thank you. Libby.
The bird soared past my house.
Yes, the bird soared. Thank you so much. So let's do sword. Something. Let's say something that flew, because it is past tense, it flew quickly through the air. That flew quickly through the air. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to draw a picture to go with each word, and you're going to color it. I'm going to give you enough time to do that. So make sure your name is on your paper.